Hi class, so for this video guys, pag-usapan naman natin mga more on trust naman tayo. Okay? So we apply virtual work on trust. So ang purpose nito class, makakatulong to guys para mag-solve sa atin ng mga displacement sa trust. For example class, kapag naka-encounter kayo ng mga gantong trust, ayan. So let's say ganyan yung trust. Tapos class, kapag nilagyan mo yan ng loads dito, okay, so since mga beam, nasanay naman tayo mag-solve ng mga deflections, ayan, so may tendency guys ng ating truss na yan is mag-deflect pag anon. Tama ba guys? For example, because of this load, magde-deflect siya ng paganyan. Actually, nangyayari naman talaga yan, kaso nga guys, sobrang liit lang naman ng deflection sa ating mga structures. So, kung papansin niyo guys, itong joint na to ay napunta dito. So, this time, we need to compute the displacement. So, paano po i-compute yung displacement niyan, guys? So, from this point to this point, meron tayong tinatawag dyan, guys, na horizontal displacement. At meron din, guys, doon na vertical displacement. Nakikita nyo ba yung class? So, yes, no? Ito, horizontally, meron siyang in-adjust. Ito rin, guys, vertically. So, parang medyo bumaba siya, guys, no? Vertically. Pag horizontally naman, medyo pumunta siya sa kaliwa. Okay? So again, napakalit lang yan, but para malaman natin or for theoretical concern, nilalakihan natin guys yung sa drawing. Okay? But in terms of numerical values, maliliit lang din naman yan. Okay? So, formula natin dito guys ay summation ng SUL over AE. So, sa mga other books and then references, so may mga iba naman silang gamit, no, na parameters or formula guys, but almost the same lang din naman yung principle. Okay? So, basa natin dito guys, sulae, para mabilis natin ma-memorize. So, eto guys, pinagta-times natin sa SUL, tapos dinidivide natin guys kay AE. So, ano ba ang definition guys ng S na yan? So, S natin guys is member load due to actual loads. So, syempre yung truss natin, subjected siya sa mga loads na yan guys, no? Horizontal or vertical. So, makukuha natin guys yung actual, yung member loads na to using your knowledge sa statics of rigid bodies. Tama? Yung method of joints or method of sections, kung naalala nyo guys. But, lahat kasi guys ng member kailangan natin kunin, no? So, therefore guys, mas maganda na mag-method of joints na lang tayo. Then, para makuha natin class yung mga member loads na yon, lahat guys, no? Hindi siya tulad guys nung sa statics na yung tatamaan lang ng cutting line or yung tatlong member lang yung pinapahanap. So, sa topic na to guys, dapat lahat dadaanan ng, or lahat makukompute natin yung member loads natin dito. Okay? Ba't lumabas? So, for our U naman class, tatanggalin natin yung ating member loads. Okay? So, papalitan natin yan guys ng unit load. Tatanggalin natin guys yung actual loads kapag si U na yung kinocompute natin. Papalitan natin yan guys ng unit load. Then, we apply vertical or horizontal unit load. No? When we say unit load here, so, dalawa yung gagawin natin. Horizontal and vertical. So, magkaiwalay mo yan guys i-apply ha. Hindi isang vertical, tapos isang horizontal sa isang figure. No guys. So, ganito gagawin natin. Maglagay ka ng horizontal unit load, tapos compute mo yung member loads. So, that's U. Mga member loads natin na yun. Then, after mo makumpleto yon, vertical naman class. Kasi guys, kapag in-applyan mo ng horizontal unit load, ang makukompute mo dyan ay yung horizontal deflection. Okay? Or yung displacement na yun class. No? Yung horizontal displacement. Pero kapag vertical yung in-apply mo guys, vertical displacement naman yung makukuha natin. Okay? So, when we say vertical and then horizontal displacement, sinabi ko yun guys kanina, yung dinrawing ko dito. Okay ba? So, dito guys naman, A natin ay cross-sectional areas. So, kung bilog man yan class, given yung diameter, madali lang naman kunin yung mga areas natin na yan. Okay? So, next naman is length of each member. Kita naman yan guys sa figure. Then, E is modulus of elasticity. So, mas maintindihan natin guys itong virtual work on truss kapag guys nag-solve tayo ng problem. Okay? So, Isang example lang tayo guys for this topic kasi more on procedural lang naman ito guys, no? Itong topic na to. Siguro class, ang nagpahirap lang dito is yung mga possible careless mistakes, no, na mangyayari sa atin. Okay? So, given this trust, sobrang simple ng trust lang na ito guys, no? So, therefore, meron tayong member BC at saka AB. BC tsaka AC, no? So, titignan natin class, may mga given na sila na cross-sectional area at saka E as the modulus of elasticity. So, ang pinapatanong sa atin class, horizontal displacement, vertical displacement, and then finally, the displacement of joint C. So, wait lang guys, bago ko makalimutan. So, lagyan natin ito ng sign convention. When it is the intention, i-positive natin. Kapag naman guys compression, i-negative natin. Ano yun sir? Tension or compression? Yung mga member loads natin. Tama? Kapag nag-compute ka ng method of sections or joints, kapag tayo ay nagko-compute ng mga members sa truss natin, dalawa yung pwedeng maging state niyan. Is either in compression or in tension. So, kapag tension, positive. Kapag compression, negative. So, ganun natin siya guys i-interpret. No? So, pakita ko guys kung paano. First procedure, let's compute for the S. Okay? So, lagay ko na lang dito guys, ito yung mga values ng ating S. Okay? So, computation of S. So, kung titignan natin class, ganito yung itsura ng ating truss. Drawing ko lang. Ito si B, C, tapos si A. Then guys, sabi dun sa S, no, actual loads. Sabi sa definition, due to actual loads. So therefore guys, lagyan natin to 3 meter tsaka 4 meter. Then 90 kilonewtons. Eto guys, madali lang naman computein. Okay? Hanapin natin guys si member BC at tsaka si AC, no? Tama ba? BC and then si AC. Parang ang konti ng natin guys na members ng trust natin. Pero okay lang yan class. Para mas maikli yung discussion. Tsaka ang importante naman is magets natin yung concept. Okay? So, para malaman natin guys yung mga member loads natin dyan, mag-joint na lang tayo guys, no? Kay C. So that hindi na natin kailangan kunin yung mga reaction dito guys. Kay B at saka kay A. So, wag na natin computein yung reaction. Mag-joint na lang tayo kay C. So, hindi ko na rin i-redraw class. So, nag-joint ako kay C. Assume ko sila guys parehas na in tension. Okay? So, tension si BC tapos si ating AC. No? Note nyo guys, ang slope ng ating BC pala is 3, 4. So, therefore, hypotenuse niyan ay 5. Okay? So, ayan tayo. So, at joint C, mag-summation na lang ako guys ng vertical for me to determine the member BC. Okay? So, in-assume ko guys na tension si BC. So, therefore, summation ako ng forces vertical. That is BC 3/5. So, focus kayo dito guys sa acting joint, ha? Tama? Then, minus 90 is equal to 0. So, therefore guys, makukompute natin si BC as 90 times 5 divided by 3. BC is 150 kilonewton. At nakita mo guys, na positive lumabas. So therefore, correct assumption that BC is in tension. So, lagyan ko lang ng ganyan class. Tandaan natin yan. So, that's for the summation ng forces vertical. Try naman natin guys mag-summation ng forces horizontal is equal to 0 to determine the AC naman. So, negative BC kasi pakaliwa. Then, horizontal component niya, multiply natin siya guys sa 4/5. Then, minus AC, wala namang multiplier, is equal to 0. So, therefore, class, knowing that our BC is 150 kilonewtons, so, therefore, our AC now is pa-solve na lang sa inyong calculator guys. Pasundan ako sa pagta-type. So, ang lumabas sa akin dito guys is negative 120 kilonewton. Negative means guys that you are in wrong assumption. Kung in-assume mo dyan guys in tension, so therefore, AC is 120 kilonewton but in compression. So, i-note natin guys yung mga states niya na tension or compression. So, therefore guys, na-solve na natin si S. So, check ka na kay S. Next natin, member loads due to unit load. CU naman. Yung U guys. So, lagyan ko dito ng U, no? Sa yung sige guys, try ko naman na kulay green. Sige, kulay green. Ano ba to? Hindi man napalitan ng kulay. Ayun, double tap na pala. Sige guys. So dito tayo class kay U. Pero again guys, sabi natin kanina nung ini-introduce ko sa inyo yung topic, horizontal or vertical. Horizontal and vertical. Pag horizontal yung in-apply mo na unit load, therefore, horizontal displacement yung makukompute natin. So try muna natin no, yung U gamit si horizontal. Sige. Horizontal unit load. Class, ganito yan. Yung ating thrust, yun pa rin naman. Pero ang tendency nito guys, no? I-a-apply natin class yung unit load kung saan or kung ano guys yung tinatanong sa problem. Sabi dyan, horizontal displacement kay joint C. So, saan mo i-apply si unit load? Kay joint C guys. Hindi pwede dito, yung ganyan. Hindi rin pwede dito guys, no? Saan mo guys i-apply? Kay joint C. Okay? So, try mo guys, pwedeng pakaliwa or pakanan. Okay? So, sa huli, sasabihin niya pa rin naman yung tamang sagot. Sir, ano po bang ibig sabihin kapag pakaliwa yung in-apply kong 1 unit load? When you say to the left, kapag itong ating beam guys, nag-deflect, anong itsura? Di ba class, parang magde-deflect siya ng paganyan? Tama ba? So, ito guys yung initial position ni C. Tapos ito yung final position ni C. Okay? So, because of deflection, ganyan. Nagkaroon siya ng displacement. Ito class, yung ating horizontal displacement. Tapos ito naman yung tinatawag natin na vertical displacement. Ngayon class, no, kapag mag-a-apply ka ng direction ng 1 unit load, kung ano ang direction noon, let's say to the left, ibig sabihin class, ina-assume mo na from initial to final, ang movement niya ay papunta sa kaliwa. Okay? Nagigets? Note mo yung word na ina-assume. Kasi guys, kapag ang in-assume mo pakanan, wala namang problema doon guys, no? Okay lang yon. Kahit hindi talaga yun yung mangyayari sa totoong buhay class, no? Bakit? Kasi class, ibibigay naman ni mathematics, no, kung tama ba yung assumption mo ng direction ng displacement. Okay? Pag nilagay mo dyan pakanan, tas lumabas sa final answer is negative, ibig sabihin, yung movement ni joint C ay hindi naman talaga pala pakanan. So, pakabila guys, no? Nagigets? So, ngayon class, itry natin yung tama naman muna. Syempre, kung nakita mo guys na pag ganito yung deflection, obvious ba? Ang movement ni joint C is papunta sa kaliwa. So, pakaliwa na lang natin guys, i-insert C 1 unit load. Knowing na ito is 5 meter, 4 meter, and then 3 meter. Note nyo guys na ito si B, ito si C, tsaka si A. So, ganito lang yung gagawin natin class. Magkaroon tayo dito ng joint kay magkaroon tayo guys ng joint kay C pa rin. Again, yung mga U natin guys ay member loads ulit. Pero, hindi nagamit ni 90 kN. Tinanggal natin siya guys, pinalitan natin ng 1 unit load. Okay? So, nasusundan. So, with that guys, computein natin yung value ng AC at saka BC kasi sila nga yung mga member loads natin. So, let's say, summation tayo ng forces. So, wait lang. At joint C tayo. At joint C. Nung may joint ako kay C guys, away from C ako. So inassume ka na tension si BC at saka si AC. Okay lang naman guys na mali yung assumption natin. So summation ako guys ng forces vertical is equal to 0. BC is pataas. Multiply mo guys sa factor na magpapa-vertical component sa kanya. That is 3/5. Then wala naman ng iba, tama, is equal to 0. So therefore guys, BC is equal to 0 kapag ka guys horizontal unit load yung in-apply natin. But when it comes to summation of forces is equal to 0 horizontally, so that is negative BC 4/5, then minus AC is equal to 0. Oops, do not forget the 1 unit load is equal to 0. Tama ba? Pakaliwa, so negative. Pakaliwa, so negative. Pakaliwa din si 1, so therefore negative. Note nyo guys, nakuha nyo na sa previous calculation that BC is 0. So therefore, this one is already 0. No? So therefore, i-transpose natin si AC dun sa kanan. AC is equal to negative 1. Ibig sabihin class, wrong assumption tayo na AC is in tension. Tama? So pakaliwa yan eh. Joint C ka guys, no? Away from C yung AC mo. So therefore, in-assume mo na tension. Negative yung lumabas. So therefore, you are in wrong assumption that AC is in tension. Therefore, AC is 1 but it is in compression. Tapos guys, lagyan natin ng ganyan. Guys, C is not a unit, no? Compression agad yan. Sir, ano po bang unit ng BC at saka ng AC kapag ka 1 unit load yung ginamit? Unitless guys. Bakit? Kasi nga unit load yung in-apply mo. So again, kompleto na yan class, no? Kompleto na actually yung ating solving, no? Makukompute mo na guys yung number 1, which is yung horizontal displacement, kasi meron ka ng S, meron ka ng U. Sir, kala ko ba mag-U ako ng vertical? Sabi mo kanina sa definition, no? Yes, pero that's for you to solve number 2, vertical displacement naman. So talagang magkahiwalay sila guys, ini-interpret. Okay? So with that guys, solve natin guys si horizontal displacement muna bago tayo mag-vertical. So simple lang naman class, gagawa lang tayo ng table, no? Ni S, ni U, ni L, tapos ni A, sula E. Sige, lagyan natin ng E. Hindi, wag na. Kasi pwede naman guys. Tapos class, compute na rin natin si SUL over AB. Ayan. So iti-table natin to class. So completein lang natin yung table. Oops. So, ito si member natin, no? Lagyan natin dito guys. Pusod ka sa kaliwa. Sa kanan pa. Ito yung member natin. So maikli lang siya guys kasi dalawa lang naman yung member natin. So imagine guys kapag mas marami ng member, so medyo mahirap na yung class or matagal i-solve. Okay? Hindi naman pala mahirap. Matagal lang i-solve, maproseso. So consider natin guys yung member BC at saka si AC. So therefore lagay natin dito BC. So ito naman si AC. When we say S, that is the actual loads which is na-compute natin kanina. Ayan mga S natin. Si BC guys, 150 kN or express ko siya guys in newtons, no, para uniform tayo ng unit. 150,000. Sa AC naman 120. Tapos guys, siya ay compression. So lagay ko guys negative 120,000. Okay? Then U naman tayo guys, unit load. So asan yung mga U natin? Ayan. So, therefore, class, horizontal yung makukompute natin. For BC, wala naman siya guys na value. Then, for our AC, that is negative 1. Susundan. Then, for the length, that's the length of the member. Ang BC natin guys is 5 meter or lagay ko guys 5,000 mm. Okay? Then, next naman natin for AC, that is 4 meter or 4,000. Okay? Then next, for the area guys, binigay naman sa problem, AC is 800, then BC is 1,000. So, lagay ko dito guys, 1,000. Tapos ito naman class ay 800. Then, for the modulus of elasticity, uniform naman tayo guys, that is 200,000 megapascal. So, parehas naman yan class. Ngayon guys, when you say SUL over AE, eto na guys yung pagkakataon na i-execute na natin yung formula. So parang tinable lang natin class para hindi tayo malito guys, no? So ang S natin class is 150. Ang U natin dito guys ay 0. L is 5,000 over AE. A is 1,000, then E is 200,000, which is equivalent to 0 lang din naman. Bakit? No? Kasi nga, nakamultiply naman siya guys kay 0. Okay? So guys, kapag kayo ay nagsasolve sa sarili nyo, okay lang guys na wag nyo nang ipakita mismo yung ganyan. Diretso calculate na kayo. So for the sake class na ma-explain ko ng mabuti sa inyo, so pinapakita ko lang dyan guys. By the way, 150,000 yan. Okay? Next natin class for the AC, that is negative 120,000. Then our U is negative 1. Then our L is 4,000 over area is 800. Then modulus of elasticity 200,000. So sula guys. Then we can compute now using your calculator. So make sure guys that you are in uniform units. So this is 3 guys. Ngayon, kapag in-execute na natin class, yung tinatawag natin na summation, no, ng SUL over AE, it means ipag-add natin guys, no, yung mga sulain ng kada member. For BC, that is 0. Then for our AC, that is positive 3. Tama? Positive 3 yung lumabas. So therefore guys, ang makukuha mong sagot dyan is 3 mm. At yung 3 mm na yan class, that's the what? Horizontal displacement. Bakit? Kasi guys, ang ginamit mong U dito ay si ating U kapag ka nag-apply ka ng horizontal unit load. Okay? So, ganun lang siya guys kasimple. So, for us to know naman, sige, lagyan ko dito horizontal, so yun natin dyan. For us to know naman guys, the vertical displacement, let us apply vertical unit load. So, guys, lagay ko naman dito, U naman class. Pero this time, vertical tayo. Okay? Tingin nyo guys, yung S ba mababago? Diba hindi guys? Kasi sabi, due to actual loads eh. So, ang babaguhin lang naman natin is yung unit load. So, therefore, yung S natin, yan pa rin yun guys. Yan dalawa pa rin na yan. Okay? So, try natin guys, U vertical. So, construct na lang ako guys ulit ng truss para ma-analyze natin ng mabuti. So, ito ay 3 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter. So, A, B, and then C. Try natin maliin. Okay? Yung alin, yung direction guys ng deflection. Para class in case no, na may encounter na wrong assumption kayo ng displacement. No? Kunwari guys, di nyo ma-imagine kung gagalaw ba pababa or pataas. Obvious naman dito, gumalaw pababa, di ba? So kapag guys in-applyan mo tong joint C na to, again kung ano yung joint na ina-analyze, yun ka mag-a-apply ng unit load. Kapag in-applyan mo yan ng pababa, expect mo guys positive yung lalabas. Kasi pababa naman talaga yung movement eh. Kasi guys, yung external actual load natin, pababa rin. So try lang natin guys, for the sake na ma-analyze mabuti, i-try natin na yung ating 1 unit load guys ay pataas. Okay, so tignan lang natin class yung lalabas. Kapag pataas yan, i-assume natin guys, yung BC is in tension, tapos guys, yung ating AC is in tension also. So, problemang statics to guys, method of joints, so that we can know the member loads that is caused by this unit load. So, paano yan guys? Summation tayo ng forces, horizontal is equal to 0. Lagay natin at joint C. Ayan. At joint C, summation ng forces guys, vertical is equal to 0. That horizontal muna guys para hindi lumabas yan si BC. So magiging negative AC. Vertical pala muna. Para isa lang yung unknown, which is si BC lang. So BC, multiply natin guys kay factor which is 3/5 kasi nga vertical component yung kailangan natin sa kanya. Then plus 1 is equal to 0. Ano ngayon si BC? Guys, note nyo away from joint C siya. So ina-assume natin na kapag nag-join tayo kay C, away from C siya. So therefore BC is in tension. Ina-assume natin na tension siya guys. Okay? So that's negative 5/3 na. Tama? Which is negative 5/3, wrong assumption that it is in tension kapag pataas si unit load. So BC natin guys ay 5/3 in compression. So wrong assumption na tension nga. So therefore compression siya. So that's our BC, no? Hanapin naman natin si AC. So paano guys mahanap si AC? Mag-summation naman ako guys ng forces, horizontal is equal to 0. So sanay tayo dito guys, no? Kapag wrong assumption ka na kay BC, itama mo na. BC is in compression kapag pataas to. So therefore, goods na tayo dyan. So itama mo na yung mali guys, no? Bago ka mag-proceed sa next step. Kung ayaw mo naman class, edi sama mo guys yung negative kapag nag-summation ka ng forces horizontal. Okay? Pero class, para goods tayo, so itama na natin guys yung direction ni BC. So magiging ano to? So AC is positive kasi to the left. AC is negative kasi to the left. Then plus BC to the right yan. So therefore, multiply natin guys kay 4/5. Tama ba guys? Yes. Tapos wala nang iba. Is equal to 0. Knowing that our BC is 5/3, so therefore makukompute natin si AC as 4/3 class. Tama ba yan? Kasi guys, cancel si 5. Tapos ito, transpose mo dun sa kabila. 4/3 lang. At nakita natin class, kusang T yung lumabas, which is positive, no? Tama? That is in tension. Kapag ang unit load na in-apply mo ay pataas class. Okay? So again, okay lang na mali yung iyong assumption ng displacement. Pag pataas, ina-assume mo na pataas yung displacement ni C. So try natin class, i-construct ngayon si SUL/AE na. So guys, i-copy ko na lang ito kung pwede. Itong table natin na to. Sorry. Kasi halos same lang naman yung gagamitin natin. No? Oops. Copy. Ayan. Uy. Blank less. Ayan. Wait lang, ayaw makopy. Ayun, nakapin na. So, kinapi ko lang guys kasi yun lang din naman yung table natin. Hindi naman nabago guys yung actual loads natin. Ang nabago lang class ay yung mga value ng U natin. At saka hindi na yan guys horizontal. Ano na siya guys? Vertical naman class. Again, vertical unit load. No, yung in-apply natin. So therefore, ang mga U natin dito class, si BC is 5/3 which is siya ay compression, so lagay mo guys negative. Okay? So yun yung purpose ng ating sign convention guys na nilagay dito. Okay? So next naman natin class ang ating AC which is 4/3 in tension. So lalagay ko na lang dito guys 4/3. So baka malito kayo, magagawa nyo 5/1/3 to. So this is negative 5/3. Tapos positive 4/3 naman tayo dito. Then SUL/AE. Yung length din naman na bago, yung area hindi rin na bago, pati yung ating modulus of elasticity hindi rin guys na bago. Okay? So therefore, i-substitute na natin sa class sa formula ng SUL/AE. Tapos kunin natin guys yung pinaka summation niya. And that will give us the vertical displacement of joint C. So sa S natin class, that is litan ko lang 150,000. Then our U is negative 5/3. Okay? Then yung length natin dyan guys ay 5,000. All over, area is 1,000. Then E is 200,000 megapascal. So that's equal to what? Pasabayan ako sa calculator. So nakuha ko dito guys. Wait lang, parang may mali. Sa calcio ko may mali. Ayun, kulang ako ng 0 kay 200,000. So this is guys negative 6.25. Next naman natin class SUL/AE. So negative 120,000. U natin dito is 4/3. Then L ko guys ay 4,000, no? Yung haba ni member AC. Divided by area which is 800. Then our E which is modulus of elasticity 200,000. So calculator guys. That's 800. Guys, 800 lang ito. Hindi to 8,000. So 800 times 200,000. Press equal guys. Ang lumabas sa akin dito ay negative 4. Note nyo guys, ang unit nyan is mm na. Kasi consistent naman tayo sa unit. Ngayon guys, kapag pinag-add mo sila, ang lalabas sa atin dyan class ay negative negative 10.0. Tama ba? 10.25 millimeters. So this negative meaning that your assumption ng direction of your 1 unit load, ina-assume mo guys na pataas si displacement, that is actually wrong assumption. So therefore guys, 0.25 mm but downwards. At yan na guys yung sagot sa ating number 2 guys, na ang tinatanong is the vertical displacement of joint C. Sir, paano naman po guys, paano naman po isolve itong pinaka displacement of joint C? So asan po ba yan sa figure? So kung nag-deflect siya guys ng ganyan, alam mo na ito si vertical, Ito si horizontal. Yung pinaka-displacement niya guys mismo dyan is ito na mismo. From initial point to final point. Which is class, kung papansinin mo mabuti, di ba ito rin yung vertical na yon? Tapos itong horizontal na yon, yun din. At for you to solve the deflection of C, we apply Pythagorean theorem. So therefore, our deflection at C or displacement of C is equal to the square root of horizontal squared plus vertical squared guys. Note mo class na ito si ating displacement vertical na. So magiging square root of sa horizontal 3 mm, so therefore 3 squared. So vertical naman 0.25 that's 0.25 yan. 10 yan guys, no? Sorry. That's 10.25. So natakpan guys. So for our vertical naman 10.25 squared. So input nyo lang guys sa calculator nyo. So yun na guys yung sagot. That is equivalent to 10.68 mm. And that give us the complete 3 answers for this problem. Okay, so again class, mahalaga yung concept, mahalaga yung process, tsaka yung step-by-step procedure dito kay virtual work. So alalin nyo lang to guys ng paulit-ulit, so therefore walang magiging problema sa topic na to. So yun lang class, thank you for listening, and again guys, I hope that you learned something from this video. So thank you class, goodbye.